17, where we are talking about chapters 161 through 170 of Bleach, which Lawrence here has just read for the first time today. Lawrence, how are you?
Good. Again, another 10 chapters.
Oh, okay. I'm not very
No, in a good way. This time, in a good way.
okay. Okay. Let's start off with your thoughts on the poem for volume 19 of the series, The Black Moon Rising,
Yeah.
pictured here. So the poem is a simple one. No, nothing can change my world.
No, that's it, right?
No, nothing can change my world.
Oh, I mean, short, sweet, concise, fits thematically,
I like
solid.
it.
I
A little
like it.
melancholy.
Hmm.
So, what were your thoughts here on Ichigo's Bankai? Sorry, to recap where we left off yesterday. Ichigo is fighting
Byakuya.
Byakuya, and Byakuya uh, realizes that he may have to use Bankai after all to fight the new and improved Ichigo.
Hmm. All right. So now is that your question about the Bankai, or
Yes, what are your thoughts on Ichigo's Bankai?
Yeah, definitely my favorite Bankai revealed thus far. Like the spread, like that's probably like my favorite spread I've seen in the Bleach thus far. Like him, like with the yeah, it's got the like the that's definitely probably been my like favorite spread from Bleach so far. I like the it's like he's got the the little mark on his face. He's got like
Oh, that's
the
just
cape.
blood.
Oh, this is blood.
Yeah.
What about that blue mark? That's blood.
Oh, that's a band-aid.
Band-Aid. Oh, I didn't know
Yeah.
that. Oh, I didn't notice that before. Okay.
That's like grip tape.
Oh, it's grip tape. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, but you got like like the silhouette going on with the cape and the tattered cape and the solid black sword, and that's the way the smoke kind of parts
Mhm.
perfectly. Yeah, just probably my favorite spread so far.
Yeah, this is a pretty good one. They use this in Jump Ultimate Stars in the both of the Jump Stars games for him.
Nice. But it was really cool. Probably my favorite, definitely my favorite Bronchi thus far.
So, what did you think then of Hollow Ichigo? So the fight continues, Bankai versus Bankai, but then there's a little bit of interference on Ichigo's side.
Yeah, it was interesting because like the a running thing that's been going on is like every time he's about to like get chopped to bits, like a mask suddenly shows up and like
Yeah.
blocks what the fatal blow, what would have been the fatal blow. So it's interesting to see that all come full circle with just the entire hollow Ichigo coming out to finish the job and do the business, because normally Ichigo can handle it. He doesn't have the capabilities yet. So definitely a cool dynamic to see added to the character of Ichigo, and curious to see whether that the hollow Ichigo is like a bad thing or a good thing, because I feel like at this point we still can't tell 100% either way. I mean, it technically did save him this time, but is it the kind of thing where it's a power that he shouldn't rely on because it will take him further to like a darker place, like in terms of turning into a hollow? Or is this a good thing where this hollow happens to be like an ally to Ichigo, and because he's like coexisting within him, and there's like some sort of like deal that they'll strike. So yeah, definitely want to see where that goes.
Yeah, it's interesting when the Hollow intervenes and then Ichigo just kind of is like, nope, oops, I regained consciousness. Time to rip the mask off.
Yeah.
All right. So, what did you think of the Ichigo versus Byakuya fight overall?
Probably my favorite fight that I've seen so far. I think probably my favorite fight. Because you got to see, uh, it had levels to it. Like there was a hollow Ichigo moment. There was the Bankai reveal from Ichigo. You got his Bankai in terms of like super speed, and focusing all his soul energy into the sword so that he can like he's light and can like move more freely and unrestrained. I like that
Mhm.
idea. It fits like his character, and it fits what abilities we've seen from him so far. It's a perfect fit, and the way that him and Byakuya, like the discussion that they have throughout the fight, where Ichigo is like, "I want to know like why you don't care about your sister dying, like." Do you have like the your like and pretty much the answer it seems to boil down to is just like he's a man of integrity, he's a man of code, and he needs to follow that to the T, or just like lawless like animals or whatever. I think that's pretty much the gist of Byakuya's ideals, and the way that Ichigo kind of counters that by saying like pretty much like, well, that doesn't mean shit to me. Like, he's about his friends and he's about his bonds and connections. So it was interesting to have those two kind of opposing forces who are like complete opposites of each other personality wise clashing. So yeah, definitely my favorite fight so far.
All right. So, what did you think of the reveal that the Central 46 have been murdered?
I mean, I was like, that's cool. I didn't even know that that was a thing. So I feel like if I would have known the interworkings of the Soul Society and the Soul Reapers better, I would care more. Like I think that would
Mhm.
be a huge reveal. But like I didn't even know
They,
that there are these what I know that they're like kind of like the governing deciding body, I
yeah.
guess. So I got that aspect of it, but like I was like I never heard of this whole 46 people thing until like they revealed that they were dead. I mean, I think I would have
Now,
liked the impact.
you
Huh?
kept here. They kept revealing, talking about them at least. Like the Central 46 have moved up the date. They decided execution.
I know, but I would have liked at
Yeah.
least like 2 pages where they kind of just like go into like this is the Central 46. This is what they do. This is I know. I just would have liked the like a fuller like I think the impact would have been felt for me more is if a few chapters prior there was some sort of conversation where they kind of like went just like a 2 page explanation of what these things what this entity is and why they're
Mhm.
important. Because I mean like I realized that they were important like once they were dead, and then they went further into the details of, oh, so that means that Rukia's uh, death date is being pushed forward was a lie. It was because they've been dead for too long to make this order. I don't know. I think it would have been more impactful like on the like initial like punch in the gut. It would have been more of a punch in the gut if would have had that information before. But like once I got further into it and they explained like what they're built, what they do, and why it's kind of relevant to the story as a whole, like with Rukia, I came to understand it. But the impact for me would have been more like instant. I think if I would have gotten a little refresher
Okay.
or update or explanation. Yeah.
So on the way to Hitsugaya, trying to go to the 46, he stopped, or momentarily stopped by Kira, who Rengiku fight. What did you think of Rengiku and Kira fighting in their various shikais?
Rengiko and who's fighting
Rengi-
who's
Rengiku
yeah.
fighting Kira, Izuru Kira. That
Oh, Kira. Okay,
yeah,
Izuru. That's why I was thrown
yeah.
off because I mean they mostly say Izuru in the thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. So uh yeah, I thought that was cool. I mean obviously he's connected to Jin, so there's that whole that all ties back together to that. Definitely sketchy that he was there at the scene of the crime. And of course, once they inspecting the bodies, they know that they've been dead for a long time. But
Mhm.
it's definitely like weird like that he's also being so tight-lipped about like why he's there. So like I mean is yeah, just very sketchy stuff going on all around.
So what did you think of their fight? Where you get to see their respective shikais.
um
You get to see Izuru's blade, which is like a the odd square cut into it, and then that it doubles.
yeah, I
The
mean that
way,
was
yeah.
cool, like yeah, it's cool, like definitely an
Mhm.
interesting shikai to have, ability. I forgot what Rengiku's did.
Uh, her blade turns to ash, so it becomes like a cloud.
Okay,
Yeah.
but yeah, it was fun.
Well, let's get into it. What did you think of the big reveal that Aizen is alive?
I don't know. That was kind of stupid. I mean, honestly, I mean, I don't know, like that's like the most boring way to do it. I think as him
just
being alive.
just 2 days ago you were talking about how you were looking forward to something that was going to really come together and explain how everything was happening, and that if it was just some sort of random twist that you could never see coming and didn't make much sense, you were going to be so disappointed when here it is, Aizen is alive. And
Yeah,
here's the thing, since when were you under the impression that Aizen was ever dead?
I don't even know, man. Yeah, I thought it was dumb. I was like, as soon as I saw him alive, I was like, this is stupid. Like, unless he's like being controlled by some other entity, which even still would have to like really be pulled off for me to like be okay with that. But if it's just that he was alive and he's just been a dirty like rat this entire time, then that's fucking boring. I'm tired. No, but it better
he's
there needs to be another level here. Like that's just ridiculous if that's the
he,
whole thing that they're going for.
he's been pulling the strings.
But like
Why do
it
you,
doesn't even make sense. Like with the like what we've seen from him so far in the story, like it doesn't even like make it doesn't even track. Like he's I don't know. Like
That's
uh,
because it was all a show. You
it
couldn't
doesn't
see what
even
was going
track.
on. He was planting suspicion in Hitsugai on purpose, you know?
Oh my
Clear the
god.
reason he said that to Jin was because Hitsugai was right there to overhear it.
Wait, so is Aizen with Jin? Was that the reveal, right? That they're in cahoots? Is
Aizen
that
and
I
Jin
for,
are working together, yeah.
yeah. That was so
Um
stupid.
Jin used to be Aizen's vice captain.
Right, I got that part. Yeah. That was dumb. I didn't like it.
But what about when he killed Hinamori? Wasn't that shocking?
Honestly, when they started hugging and they like zoomed in on it, I was like, she's probably gonna die. I honestly called that as soon as like she went in for the hug because I was like, this is way too sketch for him to like just be like alive and okay, like or whatever. So yeah, I wasn't really shocked by that, honestly. Like like I yeah, I think as soon as like they showed the panel of them going to embrace, I was like, next panel, she's definitely gonna have like a sword through her
Yeah.
stomach or something. Yeah.
Well, Hitsugai arrives on the scene to find Momo on the floor. Uh, what did you think of the Aizen and Hitsugaya fight? Pretty good, right?
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, I like Hisugaya's
Bankai.
Bankai, and yeah, it was pretty. I like because you were throwing so much shade on him like last time, like,
I
but
wasn't
now
throwing shade. I
you're
wasn't throwing
saying.
shade. I just don't understand why he's the most popular character, like by
I
default
mean, that
in the
was a pretty
series.
badass moment, like when he comes back in with the bonk. I mean, most popular, I would disagree, but like he's definitely, I could see him being like top five, like so far, what I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely understand him being a popular character, but he's like in the polls, he's like number one by far and away.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. We'll see if but at the moment, I'm kind of like, yeah, he's pretty badass. Like, if you want to put him at number one, I wouldn't begrudge someone for doing that ranking. I personally wouldn't do that, but yeah, you know,
And then he gets his shit wrecked.
yeah.
Yeah. So, what were your thoughts on the 10 chapters you read today?
Okay, the Ichigo Byakuya stuff, top stuff, like the best stuff I've seen from Bleach so
Mhm.
far, arguably. Put it in the canon. That was awesome. Uh the what was that? It's the second major stuff.
The eyes and stuff.
The I no there before there was another thing between that we talked about. The
Oh, the
Easy
central.
the
Well, the
central
46
uh
being dead.
uh like at first it kind of the impact was blunted for me, but once I like got into it more and the explanation was kind of given about them being dead for a while, and then the little Izuru
Mhm.
fight or whatever, that was still good. I still, that's good to great, but not like spectacular, but at least fun little uh gum thrown in the works there. The eyes and
Mhm.
stuff trash. I mean, until not trash is harsh. Not that, not kind of lame, pretty lame, but I'm willing to still hold some judgment until it's put to a conclusion, or we get more information on what's going on there, because maybe it's not just purely Aizen is was alive the whole time, which I would hate, but we'll see. We'll see.
What do you think? What do you think the reasoning behind all of this is? Like, what was the purpose of all this?
I don't even fucking know, man. Like, if I had to theorize, uh, was he close to the what's the guy's name again that Rukia killed?
Kain Shiba.
Kainichi. Was he close to Shiba at all? Aizen, did they have a thing? Were they cool? I mean, if they were close, maybe it could be like avenging him for like or for some reason. Like there must be some twisted thing going on with that. Like I could see that being reason one. Reason two, they're like really hollows or something like that, or they've been like taken over by hollows, or they've been convinced somehow that they should fight with the hollows. Reason three, they just want to see the world burn. I don't know. Like, yeah, that's pretty much my three.
How do you think Jin and Aizen pulled all this off?
I'm trying to think like how far back this whole conception could like really go back to. I mean, like, I guess like the original sin. I mean, I don't even know what their entire goal is. It seems like there's a goal that they have that we don't know, and and the way that they kind of like were able to like get all this going the motion is because they had the distraction of the Ryoka invading and Rukia's death sentence, and maybe they saw, oh, this is the perfect opportunity to pull off this plan that we've been long gestating, and everything just happens to be coming together, so we have to do it like now. Um, but I guess there could be some other explanation where they've had this like long form con plan that has like beats like planned like up to the second that we're gonna get revealed and be like, oh shit, that was planned too. That whole thing. Oh man, who Eisen did this too? Oh shit. So we'll see. Yeah.
Which of these scenarios would you enjoy the most?
I'm trying to think like the most enjoyable. I don't even like. I guess like the most enjoyable for me would be. I don't know, man, because this is like really a hole here that they've gotten themselves into, in my opinion. Like I'm trying to like think of like how like you could get out of this that would be in a satisfactory way. Like I mean, I guess them being like taken over by hollows would be somewhat interesting if there's like some sort of like hollow subsection within the Soul Society that's been like festering that they like reveal to be true after all of this. Like maybe that could be fun, or like uh I don't know, man. Like I don't know, like I, I guess another one that would be interesting is that but it was kind of real that like this one's kind of ruined by them killing Hinamori, would be if they were like a rebel force that was like saw the direction that the Soul Reapers were going after like the Shiba dying dying and like all the kind of like weird stuff that they've been getting into, and then they were trying to like create their own like rebel force to counter the Soul Reapers because they think they've lost their way. I think that would have been interesting, but I think once they killed Hinamori, that kind of flew out of the window, because I feel like that would be a person that would like that they would like want on their side for this, like if they have like a Civil War Soul Reaper thing going on. But yeah, I don't know. That's
Eh,
pretty much all I got.
Well, what are your predictions for tomorrow?
Um, more Hisagaya versus Aizen, probably. I guess so. So by Byakuya has relinquished the fight, so that's done. Um, was there did that whole Ichigo Byakuya thing just end with the fight ending and then them leaving, or like I forgot if there was something else
Effectively.
effectively. So I guess they're gonna like try to get Ichigo out of there and give him some time to heal again. Um, Uh, I'm assuming that they're gonna have some sort of like. I don't know who's gonna fight Aizen. Like I don't know. Like after Hitsugaya likely loses, what's going to go on with like Aizen, like whether and Ichima and Jin, whether they're going to like put their greater plan into full effect now, or if because I don't know. Like, does Ichigo even care about fighting them? Because he has Rukia now, so why would he like even care about what Ichimaru? I mean, what Jin and Aizen are doing? Like, there's like it doesn't really affect him, I guess. So, would he even care about their plan? Like, would he even like if like? I don't think he's gonna try to stop them or anything. Like, unless they invoke Rukia somehow and like try to like throw and try to like come at her, but yeah. I don't know. Like maybe that's the way Ichigo is able to get out is because he joins in with the Soul Reapers to defeat Jin and Aizen, and then they're like, "Okay, we're cool now. You helped us like defeat these a holes that were like trying to set us back hundreds of years, and we'll even give you Rukia as like a mea culpa." Like I don't know. That's like maybe the one way I could see everyone getting out of here clean. So maybe that deal's made.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, tomorrow you're gonna finish volume 20 of the series. You're gonna complete the end of Hypnosis, and you'll get to start the very beginning of volume 21. Be my family or not.
Yes. All right. Sounds like a plan.
It's gonna be another fun day tomorrow.
All right.
All right. Have a good one, people.
All
Peace
right. See
out.
ya. Peace.
Bye.